So I'm going to take a brief break from the DC Mezco figures and look at one other figure right now, which is Dick Tracy. And the reason I'm going to show this one off, I mean, it is a comic book character, it's just not a DC character, is because it really shows off what Mezco is able to do with costumes. And so the hat here, the hat comes off, but you can see it's just pegged in. So if you had a hat that, say, went on a normal head and fits snugly, it would have to be like an oversized hat. So the solution is to kind of have it peg in. But what you have is, again, on a 1/12 scale, which means it's a 6-inch figure, you do have the full articulation and everything. But look at that suit. So we got a little bit of fabric in here. But we start with the trench coat, the classic yellow Dick Tracy trench coat. And then you have his regular suit in here with pants, nicely tailored, and a suit jacket. And this opens up, and he's got a vest in here. Now, these buttons don't work. You'd have to ruin the figure if you pulled it apart. But it's still pretty amazing how nice it looks, how clean. And then you have a tie in here, and then a dress shirt underneath. So again, it's not like a Barbie doll where you can take the clothes off and dress it. You can take his trench coat off. You can take the jacket off, but that's as far as you can go with removing the clothing. You can't take the pants off. The belt is just a plastic loop, so that's not removable. You can only expect so much when these are such finely tailored. He did have a belt, but unfortunately it didn't really work because it was a stiff belt and it just wouldn't. You were intended to loop it around and then loop it back through here, but this loop isn't big enough, so Mezco isn't perfect. They sometimes. He does have some pockets here. That's pretty cool. Again, these are non-working buttons, but they're still pretty cool. And the shoes look nice, but they are not removable. Again, like with a Barbie doll there, these things are removable, but not with the Mezco figures. They do come with braces. I don't always use the brace. I sometimes use them, but they will clamp on here. And again, these figures are intended for adult collectors, not for children. Unless you've got money to burn and you don't care about giving a $100 figure to a child to wear away and break. These are meant for display on a shelf or something like that. So this really, I think, shows you what Mezco is able to do with outfits on a small scale, on a 6-inch figure. So a Barbie, I think, is about like 11 inches, but of course this has articulation all over the place. The wrists, the elbows, the shoulders, the hips, the knees, the ankles, the neck, articulation all over the place for posability, lots of posability. But like I said in other videos, I pose these in a neutral stance. I don't want. This one kind of needs the brace. He doesn't stand that great. It's a little disappointing. But they do have a line of Dick Tracy figures. The only other two that they have, we have Flat Top. No, there's 3. Flat Top Jones, Prune Face. The only one I have right now is Flat Top. And then the blank is going to be also released. So that is Mezco's Dick Tracy and a show of how they do these awesome suits. And this is certainly not the only figure I have with a suit. So I'm going to be showing some other ones, including Two-Face from DC Comics.